Now let's have a quick discussion on faith. A lot of people get into the faith because they find out that the Hebrews were originally black, or they see their friends doing this, so they want to run out and get some fringes. It becomes a cultural thing to them. It's more so a novelty than a faith. Then you got the people that do this because they're addicted to knowledge, and they feel like this walk of life offers them knowledge. And it's for this reason that we have today many reprobates, Christians, idol worshipers, and false prophets claiming that they're Hebrews now. And what these people do is they will cram commandments down your throat. Keep the commandments this, keep the commandments that, keep the commandments this. They rarely speak about faith. They rarely bring up the gospels. All some people sit out there and talk about is commandments that they're not even keeping themselves. Can we get back to faith? Hebrews 11:1 says, faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. Faith is the cornerstone of our relationship with the Father. Faith is what all the prophets, apostles, and saints had down throughout time. It is through faith that we become children of the Most High. Then we had Hebrews 11:6, which says, but without faith it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to Elohim must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. But people completely miss this part. They want to jump right into the commandments. You got people out here keeping the commandments that don't know why they keeping commandments. That's not going to get you into the kingdom. I don't care what nobody out there says. Keeping those commandments is secondary to faith, because it is our faith that leads us to obedience. So it's really safe to say that people who claim they in the faith but don't keep the commandments really don't have faith whatsoever, because it is that faith that leads to keeping the commandments, not the other way around. The commandments never justified nobody. And I'm going to stress this time and time again. For all the Pharisees out there and Essenes out there and teachers of law out there, if you lack faith, then you don't have the heart of the Father. People out here in the faith now don't know what to believe. They are tossed to and fro with diverse doctrines of men. They misinterpret Paul's letters. They have no faith, but they claim they keep the commandments. It is impossible to keep the commandments without faith in Yahshua. Romans 10:17 says faith comes by hearing the word. But when it comes to you hearers, Proverbs 28:9 says, they who turn their ear away from hearing my law, even their prayers are an abomination. So while you got people out here stressing the commandments, more so faith, need you to balance. Yes, balance is good. In Revelations 14:12, we read that the patience of the saints, here are they that keep the commandments and the faith. So both of these must march lockstep with one another in this walk of truth. You cannot have one without the other, in short. Now, I did this video for those who will stress keeping the commandments to people who don't even know what keeping the commandments are about, nor why they are keeping the commandments, because you got people doing that can't justify why they doing that. 1 Peter 3:15 says, be ready to have an answer to all those who ask for the hope you have. And once you can't give an account for the hope you have, then that wall starts to get warm. Your resolve starts to weaken. You become open and susceptible to seducing spirits. Anybody can lead you astray. You get tossed to and fro. Like babies, you still drinking milk. Now here somebody come preaching commandment. Get some fringes. Multiple wives. Sabbath. 613 laws you must keep. And these people like, alright. Then they run into a guy like me and can't explain nothing about why they're doing what they're doing. They're going to get called out. They're going to get picked on. And if you're going to teach somebody, man, bring them the gospel. folk got to believe first. Without that faith, you can keep them commandments all day. Because at the end of the day, without belief, you're going to get tossed in that lake of fire with the unbelieving and the fearful. Romans 10:13 reads, but all who call on the name of Yah shall be saved. Romans 10:14 states, but how can they call on him they have not believed in? And how can they believe without hearing about him? And how can they hear without a preacher? And y'all sitting up here and want to preach to the people that's coming in the faith about lizard people, all types of conspiracies. But we got to go in here, bring the gospel back. What happened to the gospel? What happened to preaching repentance? What happened to baptism? What happened to the Ruach HaKodesh that works in favor of the people? Man, at the end of the day, this is about faith. We keep commandments, but we know why, because we know who it is we worship. This isn't so much as to get into the kingdom of heaven, but this is about obedience. But you must first know who it is you are being obedient to. Yahweh, repentance, baptism, Yahshua, love. Do all this in the spirit of edification.